everybody, man. It's a Memorial Day weekend. Actually, it is Memorial Day, man. But we're back with another episode of the City Boyz podcast. Out here chilling right now in the Houston area. Yeah, area.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
Everybody's two favorite city boys are back. My boy Staten Kent, yours truly, Akron Lee. How you doing, Staten? How is your Memorial Weekend going? You know, we're here on this beautiful Monday off that we have today on May 27th. How you doing, my boy?
I'm doing great right now, man. Just hanging out right now. Just got done eating dinner earlier. Just excited to record another episode with my boy right here. So can't complain. Like you said, man, we got off day today. Been enjoying my weekend so far, so can't complain over here. What's up with you, Mr. Lee? What's going on?
Man, I'm recovering from a pretty stellar sunburn I got. I been out in the sun the past couple of days. I grilled it up on the griddle yesterday on this fine Memorial weekend. I made some bacon wrap hot dogs, some burgers, so I can't complain. It's been a great weekend. I went out on the lake with family and friends earlier today, and then yesterday as well. So it's been good. It's been great. The vibes have been immaculate, so I cannot complain. Just excited to be back with you and get this new episode out. We got lots to talk about, lots of good stuff, especially in the sports and pop culture side of things.
But my fault, y'all. Premature.
Nah, you're good. Nah, I mean that sums up our excitement right then and there. We're trying to bring this beautiful content to all you beautiful people out there. So I couldn't be more excited to be back with you. Now hit it. You good?
That's a bet. So we're gonna get right into this episode. Boom.
There we go.
So obviously, yeah, I know, right? So obviously, we're currently at the end of our playoff experience as of right now. With NBA so far, we kind of already know who's going to be playing one another in the NBA Finals. Mavs, Celtics. Yeah, wink, wink, not. So I just want to kind of get into a little bit of that playoff kind of predictions and not playoff predictions, but overall finals predictions and kind of like what you've been expecting and seeing from this series between these four teams as of right now. Like, did you expect this coming in? Are you surprised? Are you shocked at all? Like, what do you think?
So, right off the bat, I will say I am not entirely shocked on the Eastern Conference side of things because, I mean, Boston, we knew going into the playoffs what they were, what they, represent, and just how good of a defensive and offensive team that they are. There's no excuses for JT this year. Jason Tatum, that team goes as he goes. He's got a great running mate in Jaylen Brown, man. Like, he's a baller himself. So we knew what they represent. Drew Holiday. You got Al Horford stepping in for hurt Porzingis, balling, and they're doing it to the Pacers. Unfortunately for Pacers fans, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but they're doing to the Pacers what we all kind of all expected, and just kind of pretty much dominating. They're about to sweep them, potentially tonight. We'll see if that happens, but I do fully expect them to get to the finals, whether it's a sweep or in 5 or 6 games, as we talked about before. And then on the Western Conference side of things. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. I am in complete shock because I thought that the Timberwolves and Dallas Mavericks were going to go to Game 7. You got Anthony Edwards over there slowly fading away from his Jordan comparisons. He is now just Anthony Edwards. And I'm not saying he's not a great player. He's still in there kind of doing his thing. What's that?
Say he ain't even Ant no more. He got called by his government. The boy Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, man. I just I'm in complete shock. Luka Doncic, not Rudy Gobert himself, not anybody on that team can stay in front of Luka Doncic right now. He's dominating along with the rest of the role players. So I think you have to take into effect the shooting that the Dallas Mavericks have. A little bit of their defense, but they have 2 closers, just like everyone's saying. You got Kyrie, you got Luka, and that is what dictates how this series is going. So I am in complete shock that the Wolves, are potentially on the brink of getting swept 3-0 Dallas. What are some of the things that you've noticed? How shocked are you at the 2 outcomes of these series each?
That's a bet. So jumping into the Eastern Conference, like I said, before I picked Boston to make it to the finals. I originally thought that Indiana was just kind of young at this point. They still need a little more experience. Like I said, you got guys like Halliburton, just pick up Pascal during regular season. You got some guys that you do have that veteran experience, but overall as a team, I thought they were young. But as of right now, it's just injuries. I think if Halliburton wasn't out, hurt, I think a lot of guys just weren't out. Kind of relying on a lot of their bench, like TJ McConnell and a lot of those guys. Um, they don't have the firepower right now because of injuries. And so far, I don't think Boston has really been tested yet. You know what I mean? Um, like I said, I knew Boston was going to make it, obviously, because of JT. Like you said, as JT goes, as the game goes, he either gets better or gets worse. But he is the lead man for that team, and you know their success is built off of his back. But it's not just him; it's Drew Holiday, who again I think was a very, very big pickup. Even though he lost Marcus Smart in the offseason, a bunch of other players. I thought that Drew Holiday, coming in was a really big pickup. Obviously, you got Kristaps and whatnot, and I know he's been in and out, huh? He's been kind of dealing with little injuries throughout the playoffs, but I don't think they
Yeah.
really relied on him too much. But like like you were saying, like I'm saying, JT and Jaylen Brown have really been the main guys to kind of lead that team, but uh, they haven't really been tested. I expected them not to really be tested. Like I said, they are the best team in the NBA. No one really stood a chance in front of them, as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, you had a couple of teams trying to run the gauntlet on them, Miami and a couple others, but I knew they were going to take care of business, and I expect them to get back to the finals.
Yeah.
As far as I'm on the same beat as you because I didn't even pick Dallas to make it out of the second round, man. I'm sitting there thinking, man, Jamal Murray, he's sitting there busting everybody's butt. I mean, you got Nikola Jokic, obviously 3-time league MVP, going out there doing his thing, and the fact that the Mavs were just able to shut them down. Not the Mavs. The Mavs played OKC. I thought OKC again was. Let me put my words all together. Mavs played OKC. I knew OKC wasn't going to make it. I think they're still a very young team. Shea Gildrick is still that dude. But that team overall, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, and all them, I think they still need to do a little bit growing. Like I said, it's been a while since they've been back to the playoffs. And I think that this is going to be their last run. They're still going to be very competitive. They're obviously going to make moves in the offseason. So it was a pretty competitive series between them and the Mavs. But I knew that Mavs were going to get by them. As far as Ant and them boys versus the Denver versus Denver Nuggets, I didn't expect them to beat them. I had Denver coming out of series and going back to the finals, but the fact that Ant was able to lock in and get it done, Karl-Anthony Towns showing up, a lot of key players. Was it Naz Reed? Um, now I'm sitting there trying to put my words together. My mind's all over the place. But now, focusing on this series as right now, I'm just in shock, just because I thought that Karl-Anthony Towns was going to be a little more assertive. I thought Rudy Gobert was being more of a defensive acquisite versus just being the defensive liability. Obviously, Ant's trying to do his own thing, but there's only so much that he can do, especially when you got two killers in both Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, along with other guys they got. They got PJ Washington out there playing above his potential, making threes and whatnot. So, I didn't expect this series to be a sweep. I expect it to be a sweep now, just because they're up 3-0. But yeah. So I know I went around my elbow to get to my wrist, so I'm just going to sum it up with this. Going to this finals, you got Boston, you got Mavs. What you expected? What you got? How far are we going?
So I think that which inevitably seems that it's going to be Celtics Mavericks, I think that we're going to get a 6-game series out of that. I think that Dallas can push them. Certainly, I think that Luka's going to ball. This is going to be his first chance on the finals. How is he? Is he going? Are they going to allow him to just go in there and drop 30 to 40? That scoring range that he can easily get right. Mm-hmm. And the way he's playing right now is fantastic, right? He's getting that on a nightly basis. But Kyrie against the Boston fans, against place he called home just a few years ago for a few seasons, and the way he left, saying that he wanted to stay with Boston. Obviously, ultimately did not. They didn't want to pay him, and it seems to have kind of worked out for both sides. I think Kyrie's been a little bit more tumultuous path, but point being, it's going to be an exciting series, man. You got that main storyline. The fans hate Kyrie. Kyrie hates him back. You got Boston with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, all them boys. Derek White, who was turned into an all-star somehow. He got Hey, shout out to Derek White, man. Shout out to Derek White. He shaved his head and has since become a baller. What's that?
That's a ball head demon, man. It's a ball head baller.
just straight balling. But I think you got a combination of those things. It's going to make for an exciting series. I think it's going to go 6 games. I ultimately expect Boston to win, though, just because they're this year's juggernaut team, right? Every year you got that juggernaut team. Last year it was Denver. Years past it was Golden State. You have that team, right? So I think this year it's Boston. They're going to get to the finals. You got a great scoring punch with their offense and how they can shoot threes. I really think that's going to be a big factor in this. I think Dallas, like I said, is going to be able to hang with them offensively. I just don't know that they're going to stop them when they need to the most, per se, because that is an all-around offense. It's not just like a Minnesota where you're so guard heavy, where you have a Anthony Edwards or Mike Conley's going to be facilitating, but eventually put it in Ant-Man's hands in the fourth quarter. Boston, you got to pay attention to all 5 guys on the floor. So I got Boston in 6. Who do you got?
So going back to what you were saying, man, I always forget about all the storylines that are going into a series. You know what I mean? Especially with this one. Kyrie's basically reunion home. Not home, but basically his reunion to his original, his own team type beat. You know what I mean? With Boston and whatnot. Obviously, how there's tension between him and the fans and that whole fan base, and just how he feels on his perspective and how he feels as though he's been mistreated by him, disrespected by him. He got hate in his heart, man, but I think this series is a lot on his shoulders because it's not just him trying to prove that, hey, he can win a chip without Braun, because I know that's been an underlining topic for a while now, because it's almost like he's been the one burning down bridges with every single team he's gone
He
to.
has.
Yes, he has. Don't get me wrong.
It's crazy.
I think with this win next to Luka Doncic, this is his best opportunity, and the fact that he has the opportunity to get that monkey off his back. Even though people are going to try to put their excuses. Oh, you had Luka Doncic next year, right? One of the best up and coming stars right now in the league. I think just him finally be able to get that chip. After all these teams he had with Boston, with JT and them. He was up there in Brooklyn with KD and Ben Simmons and James Harden, all those guys. You know what I mean? I think finally this might be the chance that he kind of put the all rest. Like, hey man, I can be that guy and get the team to a chip, another team to a chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what's up?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I think that Kyrie. What's interesting is he kind of went off a little bit on a tangent of just kind of doing his own thing, especially with Brooklyn. I mean, he was sitting out games, right? He wasn't. I don't want to say that he was just blatantly doing his own thing, but he wasn't. I mean, he wasn't playing in nothing but a quarter of the games a season, right? He wasn't playing. He was, there was all these different storylines of what was going on with him off the court, so it was just a big distraction. Now with Dallas, Jason Kidd has really kind of changed the way people perceive him. I guess you could say the way that he's kind of bought into it, and shout out. I mean, credit to Kyrie, man. Like he's bought into what Dallas is doing. He knows that there was already a pretty good foundation there with Luka Doncic. He's bought into it, and I think he's meshed really well. And it's good to see him fully playing. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. I think this is the best possible scenario. I know how bad I really want him to team back up with Braun over there in LA, but I think mentally wise and just overall his own game, this is the best place for him to be, where you're not having to share a ball with two other guys. You got one other guy that you can trust that can get it done. And you got someone who I think in Luka who, I'm not trying to throw shade or nothing at Kevin Durant and them, but it's almost like he doesn't have that true killer mentality like Luka, man. Luka's going to go out there, hurt body, banged up body, doesn't matter what. And he's going to go out there and put a ball in the bucket. Versus KD, I think it's all mental with him. He kind of loses sight of everything, kind of, here and there. We obviously saw with that series with them and the Mavs, they're playing up against the Suns, and obviously you had Devin Booker, you had Bradley Beal and those guys. And obviously the rotations were different and some guys were in and out and whatnot, but I just think that KD just wasn't the right pairing just because I think that Kyrie always needed kind of more of that killer teammate with that mentality. But I wrap all that up to say I overall picked the Mavs to take this series just because I like their lineup, I like their starters, I like what they got. Physical, they run the floor. They have. I'm hyping up Drew Holiday and those guys, and obviously you talked about Derek White, but I think they have enough of a 1-2 punch to go at Boston because look at it this way: what JT has shown from series past, he tends to disappear. He is not a 9-in, 9-out guy.
I will say, I am intrigued to see how Jason Tatum performs in this finals because he ain't, man. He did not. Let's just say against the Warriors, there was a lot left on the court for him in his legacy. He has no excuses. He's got the best team in the league. He is the best player on that team. With some nights, Jaylen Brown tests that, right? Because Jaylen Brown's a baller too. But most nights, that's Jason Tatum, right? That is his team. So I think I'm going to go on record and say he's got a lot to prove. I'm going to just leave it at that in this finals.
Yeah, no, he has a lot to prove because he's been back. How many times been back? This is the second time around or third time around?
Second time in the finals, yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you've been back versus all your other cohorts in the Eastern Conference. Joel Embiid hasn't been there yet. You know what I mean? A couple other guys haven't been there at all yet. We talk about Trae Young. He hasn't been there yet with the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Hawks. Mine's our favorite football. But I to sum all this up, man, I don't think this is his final shot, but I think people are going to start looking at him a little differently if he can't seal a deal, especially with this team. You got the best team in the league. You have all the right acquisitions. And you're favored it. You know what I mean? Everybody's looking at Boston like you guys should be able to knock them off with the squad you guys got. But I still take the Mavs, man. They got the experience. They got Luka. They got Kyrie. But it's going to be a lot of eyes on JT if he can't seal the deal. That's all I'm going to say.
It is.
I got the series, my fault. I got the series going. I'll go 7. It's going to be tight. I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be back and forth. I think it's going to go 1, 2 ways. Either I'm going to blow you out, you blow me out till we go to 7, or it's going to be tight game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think the one thing that we do agree on at the moment, I think it's going to be high octane. It's going to be a lot of offense, and it's going to be punch for punch, man. This thing's going to go 12 rounds, so it could very well go that 7 games.
Oh, man, that was some fantastic NBA talk right here, man. I'm excited for this upcoming series coming on. I'm going to be sad when NBA is over, man, but hey, that's not going to be too sad because that means that, you and me's favorite sport right around the corner.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
So we're going to hit a little transition into my favorite sport. It's NFL time,
man.
So last episode, me and Akron kind of touched a little bit. We didn't go too in detail about the upcoming NFL schedule because at the time it hadn't released yet. Well, the schedule's out now. And instead of just talking about it, I'm just going ahead and pull it right up, shall I?
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
First, going to open up with the Texans season. Texans schedule season as of right now. So
If you
everybody
can scroll over just a little bit, or maybe just zoom out. Just zoom out of it a little bit. Maybe I need to. There you go. A little bit more.
I guess as far as I zoom, buddy.
Hold on. Let me see.
I don't know if I need to open it a little more.
Can you scroll over to the left a little bit?
Can I? So I zoom in. Can I do this?
Oh,
Yep.
here we go. Here we go. A little bit more. A little bit more, maybe.
To the left.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. All right. So that's preseason. Obviously, we can see that. That starts on August 9th. There you go. Yeah.
And got Steelers lost week 2.
Giants.
Giants lost. Rams lost.
All preseason.
I'm messing with y'all, but
Here we go. Week 1. Colts. Listen. Anthony Richardson. He's back. Question for them. Obviously, we know health. I got the Texans winning that, starting off 1-0. What do you got?
I got Texans winning. I mean, it's like I said, it's a Colts. Colts Stadium up in Indianapolis. It's gonna be interesting to see Anthony Richardson back because, like I said, I think if he didn't get hurt, I know that the Texans are as great as they are. I think Anthony Richardson definitely would have given C.J. Stroud a run for his money for offensive rookie of the year, just because he was already on an explosive kind of run. Yeah, I know the Colts got a worse team. You know what I mean? I know the Texans got them boys, and them boys make you look better. But Anthony Richardson was showing signs of like this dude's a legit quarterback. He was giving kind of his Cam Newton impressions at times. You know what I mean? Run the
He
ball
was.
in and
He
stuff.
was. But
So that's a loss for win for Texans.
1-0. All right, listen. I'll just talk about Caleb Williams. I don't want to hear it. Short answer here is we're gonna handle business. It's at home here in Houston. We're gonna win that game. Like Caleb Williams, I'm sure he's gonna have a good rookie year. Don't get me wrong. He's got a pretty good offense in Chicago. They made some great offseason additions.
Mm-hmm.
But here in Houston, with all our firepower, yeah, 2-0. I got 2-0.
Yeah, 202. Like I said, he's a rookie, and I think they did upgrade this offseason the Chicago Bears, but they didn't upgrade nearly as much with the Texans, their firepower. So obviously it's at home. Caleb Williams still rookie. Chicago Bears have got a lot to prove, but I'll take Texans in that. So we got 2-0 right now.
2-0. 2-0 H-Town.
Easy 3.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you've heard, but there's been rumblings out of Minnesota OTAs earlier last week that JJ McCarthy's kind of looked a little confuzzled out there. Made some nearly interceptions or what's that?
We don't throw any touchdowns in the national championship. Yeah, people are gonna look at you a little.
Yeah, I got Texans going 3-0. Justin Jefferson, cool if he's there. I don't know if he's going to be there. We shall see. That'll be interesting, but I got us going 3-0.
So next up, we got Jags.
At home in Houston, 4-0. I got 4-0.
4.
Easy 4.
I like Trevor Lawrence, man, but there ain't much going on. Like I said, they're just one of those teams that kind of just like you almost forget about them sometimes, man. They're kind of just up there in the air, and so obviously it's at home, so I don't expect much from Jags. So it's an easy 4-0.
Yeah.
Here's
one Buffalo.
Here's one of your first.
Now it's personal. Listen, Josh Allen. I feel bad for you, man. Fly high, Josh Allen QB. Fly high at Josh Allen. Man, that tweet you had as soon as they traded Stephon, man. Man. What's that? Fly high. Nah, listen. I think they're going to miss Stephon. Their offense is a little thin right now, especially at the receiving core. Now, drafting Keon Coleman, that's a big draft. That's a big draft pickup right there. I think he's going to be pretty good. But I'm not concerned with Keon Coleman. I'm not concerned with the Bills. They got to come down to Houston. It's a I don't want to say redemption game for Stephon Diggs, but it's a reunion, if you will. And we're we're gonna see. Um, just I feel like an intense, tenacious game, but I think that with Stephon Diggs being here, it's at home. Chalk that up. That's another win. That's another win.
I know what you're saying. Like I said, John Coleman. I like him. He has a lot of potential. He's very promising, but he's a rookie. I hate to keep throwing that word rookie out, but like I said, it's a rookie. You're going up against some grown ass people, man. You got
It's
Stephon
different.
Diggs.
It's different.
Yeah, pick him up. Stephon Diggs. He's going to go, toe to toe, bat for bat. Obviously, you still have Tank Dell. You still have Nico Collins. And obviously it's at home, so yeah, I'll take Texans. So we're sitting at 5-0.
5-0. Okay. It's crazy we've agreed on all these so far. All right, I don't need to say shit about this game. Okay, listen. 6-0.
Belt the ass tour.
I got 6-0.
Ass tour.
And all I gotta say, real quick, one last thing about the Patriots: y'all better not throw Drake May in there unless you plan on putting some pieces around him or something. Do not set him up for failure in New England. But I got 6-0. Easy dub.
Texas been on that ass. Stank on the French.
Yep.
Yup.
That
one looks interesting.
This one looks a little testy, right? We're riding in with this 6-0 record. We're going up to Green Bay. We're feeling ourselves. Listen,
jumpy.
We're feeling jumpy. I got a pretty high scoring game. It's in Green Bay. It's on October 20th, so it's not freezing yet, but it's on the fringe of winter, right? We're in mid October. We're in the fall. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be rocking. It's what's that?
So you know how Wisconsin works, man. Them boys get cold quick.
They do. All them cheeseheads gonna be out there full effect.
Mm-hmm.
I got Jordan Love having a pretty good game. I got CJ Stroud having a pretty good game, but I think ultimately we win 34-31, 7-0.
34-31?
Yep.
I got 31-28 Packers.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm ready for up there in the cold like that just yet. You know what I mean? Like, I know you said, man, it's still October time, a little spooky time, but, it get cold a little quicker up north. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
It's going to be competitive and it's going to be close. But
yeah, most definitely. 7-1. Or I'm sorry, you got 6-1. I got 7-0. Okay. Listen, Anthony Richardson's going to try and redeem themselves. They're going to be trying to come down here and, trying to toot and boot us. Nah, I got 8-0. What you got?
Yeah, 7-1.
7-1. Okay.
Day.
Yeah. This one's
a little interesting.
You know what? I think this is going to be CJ's biggest primetime stage of the year, not counting we haven't got to Dallas yet, but this is like New York Thursday night under the bright lights. I'm gonna go 8-1. I'm gonna go as a loss. I'm gonna go 8-1. What do you got?
I got 7-2.
Oh, you took another loss.
That's another loss, man. I don't know, man. A-Rod, you're older. You just came off an ACL tear, not ACL tear, but Achilles tear. But the Jets are still nice. I think A-Rod's gonna go out there and remind them that he's still that guy, he's still that bad man.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be competitive, man. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be competitive. It's all gonna be on the defense. I think it's gonna be a defensive-minded game. Whose defense really step up and stop the other's offense? So I think I'm confident with taking them Jets.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go. What was mine? I said 8-1.
Say 8-1. Boy, go ahead.
Is that what I'm at? I'm gonna go 9-1. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game. Detroit. I actually will be going to this game. I was gonna tell you if you're going, if you want to just tag along, we go out there fucking vlogging shit, dude, for all our beautiful fans. Go see what happens here in the H. But we probably would. Honestly, let's just say we are. We'll probably go to this game, y'all. We're probably gonna. I'm gonna bring Staten along with me. I'll get him a little Texan hat, even though he don't want to wear it.
Man, you might see me walking around with Jared Goff jersey. Got it.
Fucking
Every-
fucking get you
Well,
a Lions jersey. What's that?
that's a belted ass tour too, man. I got y'all losing 42-35.
Damn, that's a lot of points. I got. Listen, it is. It's gonna be high scoring, but I got 28-24. I got Texans winning. I got us going. What are we at? Are we 10-1 now? Are we on?
10
You got 9-2. I got 10-1.
No, I got 8-3.
I got 10-1. I got 10-1.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! Here we go. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted to talk about. Boy, I got us going up to Big D. We gonna go. We gonna win 35-14. I'll give y'all 14 points in this game.
Oh, bullshit. I'll take that too. 35-14 sounds realistic, man. Fast gonna get beat. I'll give y'all 9-3. There you go. We're getting smoked, man.
Go ahead and get that. Let me get that 11-1 in. Let me get that 11-1.
Yeah, that's gonna be a game to go watch, man. That's a game I want to go see up there in Arlington.
Honestly, I'm pretty heartbroken that it's not on Thanksgiving. I will say that I wish it would have been on Thanksgiving.
Who do we always play some trash ass team? We play the Vikings, or we play like.
I think you got the Commanders this year. Yeah,
I'm saying always play the same Redskins every freaking not Redskins, but Commanders every freaking Thanksgiving. Man, we need to play some real teams.
You get somebody with some substance in there.
Exactly.
All right, listen. Will leaked nudes Levis. What'd you say?
You had it.
Will leaked nudes Levis. Listen, buddy. Just go ahead and give us a win. 31-17, I think, in this game. We're gonna go ahead and give that a smooth 13-1.
That sounds good.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, you guys can blow that ass out.
Calvin Ridley don't move the needle for me. Sorry, Tennessee.
The easy ass schedule. Look at this.
Just wait. We're gonna get into the fun parts real soon of it. Jacksonville, nah. I'll give them a win in Jacksonville. You know what? We'll be 13-2. 13-2. I got 13-2. What do you got?
Where am I at? I'll give them 11-3.
We're here trying to remember what we're at on the count.
I think it's 11-3, man. I expect y'all to beat Jacksonville. I don't think y'all gonna give it up. I don't even think y'all give it up once. I think y'all gonna run the table in y'all's division, and I think it's when you start getting outside the division, running into some bad boys like the bye week. You know?
Yeah, bye week. What was that, week 14 bye week? Yeah.
14, yeah. Oh.
Miami.
In Miami? Or no?
No, that's here. That's here in Houston.
12 p.m. That's kind of stupid.
I know. I'm going to go and give us that win 42-39.
42-39.
42-39.
Man, go ahead and throw another L on that, man. That's probably what Tua took away.
What am I? Shit, I think we're 14-2 at this point. I'm sorry. I think I was one game ahead. We're not 15-2. The season will be over. No. We're 14-2. My bad, yo. We're 14-2.
5. Was it 11-5, 12-5? Was it 11-5, something like that?
Yeah.
Miami, good team. So, it's going to go as the game goes. Like I said, I don't trust Tua 100%, but, they still got some bad mofos down there. So, I think they're gonna be able to get the job done against y'all.
Yep, they sure do. Oof,
Yo,
oof,
yo, this
yo.
is a full testament.
I'm man. Fuck that. Everybody's talking about, oh, we gotta go play the Chiefs. This, oh, we gotta go play the Chiefs. Nah, they gotta play the damn Houston Texans. They gotta play us. They gotta play us. D'Amico Ryan's gonna have these boys fired up like it's the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship, baby. I got us going in that bitch. We're gonna win 31-20. We're gonna be. Are we 15-2 yet? I'm sorry. What you got? What you got? What's that?
I got 11-5. 11-5.
11.
Oh, ass up. Man, they could have whooped that ass. Man.
Can
I
we?
got 28. No, actually, no.
All right.
I got 31-28. Just because I think it's going to go to OT. D'Amico
And then we'll lose
Ryans
with
ain't
a
going
field
to
goal.
No, you're going to lose by a touchdown. Super Bowl. Hit with a slant route in the middle of nowhere. Travis Kelce going to catch it. And he's going to go over and run over to Taylor Swift and be like, will you marry me? Right, get married.
Okay. All right. If that's the case, we're 13-3 in my books. I'll go back a game because I still keep getting a 15-2 somehow. My bad, y'all. I lost my count here, but I'll go 13 and right now we're 13-3. 13-3. So we got one more game left. Week 17. At home, Baltimore coming to H-Town. I'm going to give us a loss. It's on Christmas Day, though. It's going to be a magical day. But I'm going to go 13-4. That's my final prediction. All seriousness, all jokes aside, 13-4. That's what I got us closing out the season at.
Was that 12 and I got y'all beating them on Christmas Day. Sam's gonna drop off a little present for y'all.
Well, what were you at? You were at 11 and what? 5? So you got us going to 12-5. You got us finishing out at 12-5. I got us going 13-4. One more game. And the difference was that Jets game.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you see,
okay.
I didn't expect they signed that deal. This is a side note, y'all. Sorry about that. They signed that deal with Netflix to air the game on Netflix. Yeah,
no, I'm excited. National, even more national, because everybody in America has Netflix. Everybody worldwide has Netflix. Man, what? Everybody. Oh wait, we still got the Titans. Hold up.
18.
No, I'm just kidding. I knew we had the Titans. Not last game of the season, Baltimore. My bad, y'all. I'm overlooking Will leaked nudes Levis. My bad, y'all. No, in all seriousness, I got us losing to the Ravens. I got us beating Tennessee. I got 13-4 final schedule. Kansas City's gonna be tough. I know Baltimore, Miami, Kansas City, like that is the gauntlet of the season. I think we're in for a very intriguing finish. If we win 2 out of those 3 games, because the difference between the Chiefs and Dolphins game, I think, is a short stretch. Go back up for me. I want to see the dates of the Miami real quick. The Miami game and the.
I'm just saying, man, Tennessee. I think y'all are gonna be at a spot. Y'all are gonna be locked in for a spot. It just depends on what place. If y'all are having to fight for a first round pick, or not first round pick, but first round bye.
Then,
yeah, first round bye. I would expect y'all to leave your starters in. But if you guys already got a spot solidified, I think I'll take them out. So I'll take it as a loss. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. So we got the Dolphins on the 15th, and they go down to the Chiefs. That's on a Sunday, and then I think that the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah, good lord!
They're on a Saturday, and they go. Oh, and then go down to because look, the 25th. Go down to the Ravens. The 25th is on a Wednesday. That's what it is. It's like a.
It's weird as hell.
What's that?
They got you randomly playing on a Wednesday. They couldn't throw you on a Thursday or something.
Well, I guess it's because Christmas. It's because Christmas. Yeah, it's that leap year thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, and all jokes aside, 13-4 final prediction. That is my final prediction on our schedule. What do you got?
I got 12-6.
12-6 or twelve
Everybody
and
else said
five?
it was like 12-6. I have y'all losing. It depends. Like it can go 13-5 or 12-6 because of the last
Wait, no,
game.
no, no,
Kind of where.
no. Because remember, we have a bye week.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay, so I yeah. Anyway, I know
You're
it's
hoping
like
you're hoping the Cowboys can get 13-6, so one of those
oh
losses doesn't show up.
hell no, man. I already know we're gonna lose, man. But I know y'all got y'all. I got y'all winning 12 games. That's all I know. Like
Okay.
legit.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Depends, man.
In
Keep
all
it show.
seriousness, all jokes aside, I got, like I said, I got 13-4. I think we're in route for a really great season. Hopefully next time we do this, we can definitely talk about the Cowboys because I know you're in such a hurry to talk about their schedule.
Oh God, yeah. I am in such a hurry to talk about them so bad. But, but that was a little fun. We gotta joke off a little bit, man. But we just wanted to kind of take a little break, take a little step back real quick before we transition over to pop culture. Um, just want to play a little commercial for you guys. Shout out to Riverside for
Shout out to
letting us
Riverside.
shout out to Riverside, allowing us to produce this awesome content and you guys this awesome website. So go ahead and find a little commercial play, and so they can finally start sending us some money.
Shout out to Riverside. As always, what a great platform, and we're just thankful that you guys allow us to use such a great platform, and we appreciate it.
Thank you, Riverside.
Man, I'm just enjoying the day today, man. I got my Lacroix. What is this, like seltzer sparkling water? Shout out to Lacroix, man.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a side note, me. When you messaged me earlier day talking about you guys were going to head out of town and go to Shiner, man. Did you know what do you think my favorite beer is? And then we'll go from there. Like my all time favorite beer, and you say what's your all time favorite beer?
Ooh, all time favorite beer for you? Just for you? Just for you? No, man. I'm gonna go Miller High Life. Just because I've seen you drink that before. I'm gonna go Miller High Lifes.
When you, when you're poor, yes. When you ain't got nothing in your account. Um, nah, man, he's pretty close. That's probably my third favorite, and that's just because it's my go-to. Like I said, it's different. It's always kind of been that special place in my heart. Hey, man, you only got about $10 in your account, man. Trying just hard for a good one. Just head up to Walmart real quick. I know the exact price is like $9.48 a pack, like 12 pack, right? But
Yeah.
Miller High Life, man, really keeps you over. But I would say my favorite all time is probably Shiner Bot, man. I really like Shiner.
Damn, that's what
Trying
I
to
was
remember
gonna say next. That's what I was gonna say next.
the yeah, you have brought. Yeah, I said, like you said, you have brought up, hey man, you're about to head out to Shiner, Texas. And I'm saying, man, I'm kind of in the mood for a Shiner, so that's why I was drinking all the other night, and I'm kind of hanging out, messing around. But shout out Shiner, but that would have to be my go-to all-time favorite beer.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So for me, I got Modelo beer wise. I got Modelo.
mm-hmm.
With honorable mention Crawford Buck. I used to drink that a lot, but not a lot of people. Seems like a lot of people stopped putting it on draft around me. But outside of Crawford Buck, definitely Modelo. But if I'm gonna go seltzer, man, you know what I was put on the other day? Happy Dads. Shout out to Happy Dad and them boys, man. The Note boys that make it because it was good, man. Happy Dab
Uh,
is good,
yeah,
man. It's that shit is smooth. It is a smooth seltzer. I like it a lot. I had it at the beach last week. It's good.
definitely one of those. I had a Happy Dad at the bar. It's a bar called Handlebar down off of Washington. Excuse
Oh
me.
yeah,
And um, definitely one of those smooth kind of drinks that, hey man, you're out there, you're on the boat, you're hanging out with your boys, hanging out with your fam, hanging out with whoever. You got ice cold cooler full of ice cold Happy Dads. It's a solid about 79 to 80 degrees outside. I mean, not too hot. You know what I mean for me. But you get a little burn on you a little bit hanging out on the lake or whatever. So I definitely really do like Happy Dads. They definitely are my go-tos of main seltzers that I reach out for.
yeah, they're good, man. They're phenomenal. Smooth.
But just to transition over into our pop culture real quick. I know I just got on a side tangent. I'm sitting here thinking about your drink and you pulled it back up, but I just want to transition over to pop culture. I cannot. So we're just gonna mentally pretend like we just transitioned over to pop culture.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So this past week or so, this past Thursday, it was opening night for Mad Max Furiosa Mad Max Saga. Me and my
Man,
good friend checked it out, and
man.
just want to talk about our little impressions of it. So I'll let you go first. What you think?
Okay, first off, for anyone that's listening that are Mad Max fans that have seen it before, I apologize because I might make you mad because I have not seen Fury Road and I have not seen any of the originals. I've seen bits and pieces of Fury Road, but I haven't seen it fully. But I saw this movie and I'm sitting here like, damn, like this was a 9 out of 10 movie for me. I liked the action and I liked the story about Furiosa. Shout out to Anya Taylor Joy, she's awesome. Chris Hemsworth as Dementis, man, he's crazy, fucking nose and shit, dude. But nonetheless, I thought it had great action. I liked the story a lot. Overall quality and cinema, I'd give it like a 9.5. But overall movie and story, all that combined, I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. I loved it. I loved the action. I loved everything about it. What about you?
For me personally, I seen I saw Mad Max Fury Road. I've seen the originals with Mel Gibson. I've seen I just want to say Road Warrior, or I've seen the first one, and it's been a while since I've seen the second and third one. But I love the Mad Max series because it's just a bunch of straight action. If you guys are really into just straight action, um, great acting, great dialogue, but it's not really too story heavy based or anything like that. It's go go go, adrenaline filled. I definitely recommend it. If you ever seen stuff like John Wick or obviously the original, not the original, but Mad Max Fury Road with starring Tom Hardy, I definitely recommend it. Uh, I'm on the same boat as you. I give it a 9 out of 10. Definitely very fun. I really enjoyed it. I I kind of like Mad Max Fury Road a little more, just because I think that Charlize Theron, who played the older Furiosa in that movie, I liked a little more the characters and kind of like the crazy going ons and whatnot. I really like
Yeah,
Dementis, played by Chris Hemsworth. He was pretty cool, pretty funny dude with his prosthetic nose, his giant nose, dude. Oh man, that was funny. But definitely was a pretty fun time. I would definitely recommend it if you really are into action or if you really are a big fan of that Max series. So yeah, um, transitioning over and staying with pop culture real quick for a second. Um, Again, I just wanted to say that we still have a couple more movies coming out. I know we've seen, or not seen, but I know we talked about what's another big time movie outside of Deadpool and Wolverine coming out this summer
we talked
that you're
about
excited?
Twisters, and we also
Whiskers, yeah,
got Beetlejuice coming out. Beetlejuice. I'm excited for that. And then the new Alien. What is it? Romulus? Am I pronouncing it right? Alien Romulus.
yeah,
Romulus, right?
Romy, yeah. For I don't know, we're gonna get copyrighted. I don't know. Show the
What's that?
clip. You want to get copyrighted? I kind of want to show the clip.
I know. Well, I mean, you can go to YouTube. If you do it off YouTube, yeah, you good.
We'll show the clip next time we get a little closer. You know what I mean, for everybody to go ahead and check it out. But just to touch on Alien Romulus, for all those fans out there that are big Alien fans or really are into a lot of the Alien vs Predator type movies and whatnot. Romulus is supposed to take place to be a prequel to the original Alien movie starring Sigourney Weaver.
It's between the first original two with Sigourney Weaver, right? It's in that timeline.
Yeah. So this was based off of, I think it was the distress ship, because they were responding to a distress ship, Sigourney and her team. So this is like the crew of that ship being attacked by the aliens and whatnot. So I thought it was going to be a series on Hulu. Apparently, it's going to be a movie. So
I read about it. I did a little bit of research. Mm-hmm. That's a good point you bring up. Excuse me. I read that we are still getting an Alien show that's going to come out next year. What threw it behind was the writers and Gilded Writers and Actors Strike, whatever it was called last year, the strike that went on. It kind of threw things off for everybody, and one of those was Alien. So that show is still going to come out. We're just not going to get it until next year. And I think it's more of a sequel, I want to say, whereas this one will be more of a prequel because it's between the first two original Sigourney Weaver movies, Alien and Aliens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that kind of clears up the air a little bit. I'm not mad at that. Kind of going down the same route. King Kong versus Godzilla kind of went down, where they had obviously the movies and then they go off and make the Monarch show.
Yeah,
which is definitely gonna be interesting. I'm a huge fan of the Alien movies. I don't know if you've seen them. Have you seen any of them, or have you seen all of them, or
which ones?
Have you seen any of the original Alien movies, or have you seen any?
I have. I actually watched them with an old college roommate of mine. He had heard that I'd never seen him, and he's a big Aliens fan. And so when I was still, in college, he had the original box set of the Sigourney Weaver. What is it? The trilogy. It's Alien, Aliens, and then the third one. I can't remember what it's called, but I've seen all three of them. I'd watched those, and then obviously I had seen Prometheus and Covenant, and those were pretty great too. But yeah, I had never seen them fully. I had only seen like the newer ones with my pops growing up, because he, 10 years ago, 6 years ago, whenever these were coming out, I didn't understand the timeline fully, I guess you could say. So I'd watched these when I was back in college, and I was like, man, these are definitely classics. Sigourney Weaver's movies are definitely classics. So I loved them. It was cool to go back and watch them and understand everything. And then, yeah, now we have Romulus coming out, so I'm excited. I am excited.
Definitely. But I know, man, there's a lot of trailers that we saw at the movies the other day. You had just mentioned Beetlejuice 2 coming out, starring Jenna Ortega. Yeah. And Winona Ryder coming back. You had just recently seen it, like a month ago or something like that.
I know. I was, you came over, we were bullshitting, and then y'all were like, oh, hell no, you never seen Beetlejuice? And I was like, nah, I gotta watch it before the second one comes out. I was an uncultured person. I was.
Are you a new man now?
I'm a new man. I'm excited. I'm glad I got to watch it. I understand why Michael Keaton's fucking crazy. I can only imagine the second one. The second one's going to be funny.
Juice is loose.
The juice is loose.
And that trailer, the new trailer had dropped. I still haven't seen the newest trailer, but I need to go ahead and check it out. So, yeah, we're just kind of touching a little bit on the movies and whatnot, aside of pop culture. Obviously, Deadpool vs. Wolverine's coming out. Tickets are now on sale. I believe they went on sale last Wednesday or Thursday. So
stay tuned for that, because I think we're gonna do a little vlog that day. We're gonna carry our personal mics, I think, that day. We're gonna kind of talk about, film ourselves going to the movies a little bit, and then get our before and after reaction, our instant reaction. So stay tuned for that, because I think that's what we're gonna do. We have to for that movie. Premiere night, Deadpool Wolverine's gonna be crazy.
Man, you know how excited people are going to be, man? You remember when No Way Home came out, right? And
All
everybody
the
was dressed up
Spider-Man
like,
cosplay dudes.
dude, just imagine all like the X-Men costumes there would be up there, right? Like Deadpool's running around. That's gonna be really exciting
Yeah,
to me.
man.
So,
It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna be in our element, man.
right, our nerd out element. But man, yeah, no, like Akron was saying, man, just be looking out for that, man. We're definitely going to try to expand ourselves, take ourselves out vlogging, do a pre and post reaction of the movie. But we're gonna be really excited. It's gonna be something really special, so stay tuned. But real quick before we jump into our fun segment, I just want to touch over some any any further news on some TV shows because I just got another update on a new TV show coming out that we were actually watching.
Which
So
one?
I know. Do you know that Monarch season 2 is coming out? They just dropped the trailer a couple days ago.
Yes,
Yeah,
dude. I
it
am.
looks
I am
really
the little teaser for it, dude. I am excited. As y'all know, we talked about Monarch earlier this year when it first dropped. Season one was pretty damn good. It's going to be interesting to see if Kurt
good.
Russell's in season two. We kind of left on a cliffhanger with him. Is he gone? Is he dead? Is he still alive? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I am uber excited. I am uber excited about that.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited too, man. I'm a huge fan of the whole MonsterVerse with Godzilla and all them. Like I said, me and Actor went and checked out the new Empire, newest Godzilla King Kong installment. We thought it was a pretty good movie, so we're really excited to see Monarch season 2 coming out. I don't know what day. I forgot what day it was saying. I think it was like coming soon or whatever, or later this year, or next year. But definitely going to look out for that one. But
Hell yeah.
was there anything else in particular? Was there any? Oh, I remember. It came to my mind. So, as everybody knows, we're big Fortnite advocates, right? We just want to touch on this Fortnite real quick because the new season
Just
just
real
dropped
quick.
last Friday. And so, I don't know if you jumped in. I was on a little bit last night. I hopped off and kind of like effed off a little bit because I'm sitting there trying to finish the rest of that Dallas game. Um, so I was on for a little bit, played the new season, actually got my first dub of the season the other night in solos. But I just want have you played any of the season or have you checked it out or you
I
just
haven't
heard
yet,
about
but
it?
I did log in and I scoped out the map. I will say
Uh,
the cars with the guns. It is definitely. It's got that Mad Max dystopian feel, as you know. Shout out to Fortnite, man. The new season looks great. I can't wait to fully indulge. We're definitely going to play this week. We'll have a little bit more reaction on that as we go forward. But yeah, the new season looks awesome. I'm excited for the cars and their guns. It's truly all out, like Twisted Metal, Mad Max. You got a little bit of Fallout action in there, like with the skins and stuff. Like it truly is dystopian world vibe at the bottom of the map now, next to Brawler's Battleground and Mount Olympus and all that. They added a whole new flavor with the desert down there. So the cars side of things, they truly focused on them this season, and I'm here for it. I really am. The gameplay is freaking crazy now.
the gameplay, I did, like I said, I did play some of it. I did play a full game. I will say that the driving feels tighter, like it feels better than before. I don't know, it's because of like all the new mods and stuff you get on your cars, um like the machine guns and like the turrets and stuff like that. Um, I just wish they would just update the whole map. I'm sick and tired of like keep adding stuff onto the map. We still have the same
Yeah,
stuff, right? But I can't complain. Like I said, um, like Acker was saying, man, it is a Mad Max dystopian kind of based new expansion. Definitely was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I don't want to ruin everything for you because I want you to see kind of stuff going on right now on the map. But I as far as I would rate it, I'll give it a B plus. It's definitely cool. It's definitely a little fresh. It's keeping you on your toes a little bit. I think once you start getting into like duos, and trios, and playing in squads, then that's when the real fun starts happening. So
yeah, it looks great. I am
yeah,
here
yeah.
for it.
So we've reached the end of our course. But before we go, my co-host here, he had a suggestion. We're gonna do a funny little topic, funny little mix-up, funny little mashup at the end of this episode. So, Ecker, I want you to take it away. Go ahead and drop a little nugget to the crowd.
All right, so real quick, we're just gonna have a quick discussion, really quick here before we close things out. I had some family members of mine. We were kind of talking about it yesterday, and they were like, "You know what? Why don't y'all throw this on your podcast?" I was like, "Staten, I got to ask you something. Let's have the debate right now: Uber versus Lyft, because we all out there have our funny stories with crazy Uber drivers, people that don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't like to turn on their AC. All kinds of stuff. And even with the Lyft drivers, man, Lyft is crazy. So, and I
Mm.
shout out to Lyft, man. We had a good Lyft driver when I went south a little bit and went to Galveston last week, man. And our Lyft driver was awesome. But I wanted to pick your brain a little bit. Uber versus Lyft. Which one is better? And tell me a funny story if you have one.
All right. So, I admit it right now. It's here into America. I'm an Uber driver to the day I die. I have never been in a Lyft. I've never trusted a Lyft. I've always rode with Uber. So, I have no impression of what's going on. Well, not Uber, but Lyft. But I do have a funny story, and this is actually a pretty recent story. All right, with Uber, and it ain't got nothing to do with the driver. It got something to do with me. Okay, so about a month or so ago, I was in New Orleans, like I was telling you, right? I was out there for that weekend back in April, and I'm down Bourbon Street. And obviously, you know what happens down Bourbon Street, right? It's drinking all day, 24-hour drinking, you hanging out, doing whatever. So I'm out there and I'm just drinking, knocking stuff out, going bar to bar, bar. I'm trash at this point, straight trash. I'm trying to find. So I call Uber, right? I'm like, can barely see like 3 feet in front of me. My vision is all over the place, right? I call Uber. It takes this dude about 5 minutes to get here, right? Not too far, not too bad. It took me about like 15 minutes, 20 minutes to go find this Uber. This dude's staying right there at the corner, and I am so sloshed. I can't figure out where this guy's car at. This guy's pissed as soon as I get in the car. I'm like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Mind you, I'm sitting in the back seat. Again, I'm sloshed. You know how I get when I'm sloshed. When I'm sloshed, what usually happens when I get trashed, right? So I'm
Ooh.
sitting, like literally, I'm sitting in the back seat. I got my head up like this. The whole car is spinning. I'm just sitting there, close my eyes because I can feel it coming on. I'm like, just trying to breathe. I'm like, get back to my hotel, breathe. So all of a sudden, I start feeling it coming up. Mouth starts to water. I sit up. I say, I gotta go up. Huh? I gotta go up. I can't hear you. I puked all over this dude. Mind you, this dude was driving a rental, so I puked all over this dude's rental. I felt so bad. Man, this dude kicked me out of his car so quick, and he's like slowing down. He has his hazards on, right? I'm puking on the side of the road. I thought this dude was gonna wait for me. We're on the freeway. We're off of the freeway, and this dude drives off. So now I'm sitting here stranded on the freeway. I got puke all over me. I gave someone a blowjob, dude. I got puke all over me standing in the middle of the freeway, so I'm calling every Uber known to man. And mind you, Uber's not precise with where your location's at. So it'll tell you you're like at some gas station when really you literally are staying on the right side of the road. It's loud, no one can hear me. I called like 4 or 5 Ubers to try to pick me up. No one could reach me because they couldn't find where I was at, and they couldn't hear me because of the freeway, right? So I had to walk about a mile or so to a gas station so I could actually be at a location for someone to pick me up. It took this dude about 30 minutes to come pick me up. And, he was a chill dude, but, man, I just felt horrible throwing up that dude's Uber. That's probably like worst time that I've ever had in an Uber, to my fault. Never had like a crazy Uber. No one's ever like drove crazy. No one's ever been stupid. I've always had a pretty good time, but I think that's like one of the first and the only times I've ever like full on sound someone's. You know what I mean? So
Man.
there you are, bro. I apologize, man, and wish you and nevers or whatever. But I know it took me to
So
get to the end.
yeah, so Lyft, I had a great experience. I will say Lyft, I had a great experience last weekend in Galveston just because when we needed our Lyft driver to be there, let's just say she was there. We had a good time. We went down for a good buddy of mine for his bachelor weekend, and yeah, we had a good time. Let's just say we had a lot of fun. We got pretty lit. It was a good time. But our Lyft driver was there, so I don't have any. I don't have any, crazy story with that other than it was inefficient. However, I am still Team Uber just because I didn't call the Lyft. I don't have Lyft. I use Uber. But I want to get into a couple of quick stories. Mine aren't as. I think you beat me on the story. Get out that crazy ass man. But anyways, so the only reason I wanted to debate is because yesterday some family friends of ours came over and they were talking about how they went out with my folks yesterday. They took a Lyft and it wasn't like horrible. He just couldn't drive for shit. Fucking almost got in someone else's lane, and then on top of that, he didn't turn on the AC whatsoever. He said my pops was saying on the way to where they were going that there was no AC. He had it like 85 degrees in that bitch. Didn't turn on the AC, and it was just hot. And I was like, damn. So Lyft, I don't know. My Lyft driver saved me yesterday, but yesterday they took a Lyft and it just didn't. It wasn't that great. I'm a fellow
Bro,
Uberer myself. I like Uber. The funniest thing that I can say Uber wise that I had uh, was, going somewhere. I'm trying to remember where we were going. I think we were going somewhere in Houston a couple years ago. We were going bar hopping. I was with some friends. We get in this Uber, man, and she's got. Oh, I remember now. I'm sorry. We weren't in Houston. We were in Austin. She's got like a hedgehog, like her pet hedgehog. She had it in like a little pouch. He was just chilling in the front, like close to the dash. I remember now. We were going to Fifth Street 2 years ago, and then she had like LED blue lights wrapped all the way around the roof of this SUV that we were in. Mind you, there was like a good four of us in that bitch. We were deep, so it was like a big Uber XL. But she had a little hedgehog, man. He was just sitting there vibing, looking at us. We were looking at him, looking at us. Like
who are
that. What's that?
who are these people? What the?
Like, what? Bro, I don't think I've never been in an Uber with a hedgehog. I can never say that. I can say that I've never been in an Uber with a hedgehog until that moment.